have a question for you. Are you tired of feeling guilty for taking a sick day or mental health day, even when you're not sick? We're going to talk about the stigma around taking the day off, when it's acceptable, and how it can actually help you in the long run. You know what? Let's go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, you excellent elites. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy you're here. To all of my subscribers and my viewers, thank you. I appreciate you. If you're new to this channel, please hit that like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, help this channel get to more people who may need it. So let's get started. Okay, calling in sick can be a dilemma for us. You know, we all do it. We all face that same dilemma. We wake up on a Monday, we're like, I just don't feel like it. Or we're just burnt out. We're exhausted. We've hit a wall. Now we've just hit a wall. We can't think, we're making mistakes, and you know, that's what PTO is for, personal time off. Yes, that's what PTO is for. You don't have to be sick. And if you are sick, then use that sick day. But here's the thing. There is a stigma around calling in too often. And we'll get to that later on, and I'll tell you what some of the consequences are. You just hang on, watch to the end, and we'll talk about that. But let's talk about why we take time off, why we need time off. Here's what happens. You work. You're up early in the morning, you stay late in the evenings, you've got your family, you've got, other obligations. Maybe you're in some other type of committee or society that you have to commit yourself to along with your job, but you have committed to that. All of that stuff eventually is going to come to you, and it's going to knock you upside your head, and you're going to fall down, and you're going to go, oh my gosh, I've fallen and I can't get up. It happens. It happens to all of us. But the thing is it's not, a luxury to take time off. It is a necessity. We have to take breaks. We have to take time off. You can't go. Or you can. No, you can. You can go if you want to. But how is that on you physically? How is that on you mentally? How does that affect your family and your loved ones and your friends? Do you spend time with them anymore? Or are you just working? And I'll say it again, at some point in time, you're going to get upside the head. It's just not good. Studies show that taking a PTO day actually helps you with productivity. It helps you stay focused. It helps you reflect. And it's a form of self-love. It really is. And I don't want anyone to think that it's not. Now, whatever you do on that day off, whether you want to go to bed, whether you want to go golfing, or you just want to hang out with friends, you may have family in. And you say, hey, I'm going to work that day. And then they're so much fun and you're so excited to see them. You don't want to work. You just don't want to. And you didn't have enough time to take the day off earlier. It happens. This is normal life for normal human beings, because that's what we are. We're not robots. We are not robots. I don't think we're getting paid to be robots. I think we're getting paid to be alert, to be functional, I think that is really what's most important, and to be available. That's what's important to me. And then there comes the gossip. Didn't she just take off because she was sick like 2 months ago? Now, you could have really been sick, but you don't have to do that if you pay attention to your body. Working day in and day out does put stress on your body. It's a fact. You're tired, you're exhausted, you're not sleeping, you know. You're too tired sometimes to make a meal in the evening, so you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because you're exhausted, versus having a good, healthy meal when you're not so exhausted. Taking that time off is vital to your mental, physical, and even spiritual health. It is vital. And I'm suggesting that we all do it. It doesn't make you a bad employee taking time off. It makes you a human being that actually take care of themselves. And that's first. It's almost like when you're at the airport, you're on the plane, and they drop the oxygen mask down and they say, you put it on first because you can't help anyone else until you're okay. And that's always been my analogy. That's how I think about it. That's how I've always thought about it. If I hit a wall, I could care less about anything else. I'm going to get my rest. And I'm going to call in and I'm going to say, hey, I can't make it today. And I will be completely honest and say, hey, I need a mental health day. I need to take a day off. I'm just exhausted. Again, the key is not calling in too often. It really is not a good look. But again, we'll talk about that later. Stay tuned. So what drives people to call in sick when you're not sick? Is it the Monday blues and, you just don't feel like it? Or could it be that you just need to take time to refocus and recharge? And it's not just about taking a day off. It's about taking breaks during the day as well. It's about stepping away for even 15 minutes, maybe 15-minute intervals. You're stepping away because you just need to step away. You're feeling anxious and you're feeling a little overwhelmed and I can't even see what I'm doing right now because it's just too much. It's just too much. Take the break. After the break, you will find that you're more motivated, you're more engaged, you're actually paying attention. It's clear, it's sinking in, you're able to retain more information because you've had that moment to get sun on your face sometimes, to take a brisk walk, just to go and have a cup of coffee in the break room by yourself. No one talk to me. Just leave me alone for a moment. Not that you can say that, but that's how you feel. So what do we take away from this? Taking time off when you need it is not just okay, it's essential. It's about recognizing your limitations. It's about self-preservation. And even more, you want to come back as your best self. You want to be your best self at all times. You don't want to be stressed out. You don't want to be yelling at folks and looking at them crazy. What do you want now? What you want? Okay, I'll get it for you. Yeah, I'm going to get it for you. And you're mad and you're doing what you have to do, but you're angry. You're angry because you're tired. You're tired. You're exhausted. So why not do some self-love? Love yourself enough to take a break and take time off. Now, let's talk about the flip side of this. Let's talk about the implications that can harm you in your current position. If you have taken more than 4 sick days in a matter of 6 months, instead of just taking some vacation time, then shame on you. It's not a good look. When I say it's not a good look, it is not a good look. Not only does it impact you, but it impacts your job security. It impacts your boss, it impacts the company, and it also impacts your colleagues because they got to cover for you and they have to do your work and they don't know whether you're going to come in that day or if you're not. And they're hoping and praying that today is their busy day. You're going to come in and carry your own load. You're going to do what you need to do and not have to put it on me. Let's talk about job security. I'm going to go back there. Yes, it does impact your job security. What happens is your employers start looking at you sideways going, are you really committed to this job? And can we count on you to be here? And that form of trust that you had built with them, it starts to decline because now they don't know what's going on. Are you looking for another job? Again, do you even really want to be here? What is the problem? Because that's always the next question. Is there a problem? Yeah, what is the problem? And then the other part too is they're going to ask you for doctor's notes. They're going to get so sick and tired of you. They're going to say, hey, it looks like you've got some situations going on with your health. Can you bring me a doctor's note? Now, that exceeds taking a mental health day. A mental health day is something that you really need because you just can't. But if you take full advantage of it and you're calling out again over and over and over again, every time you have a different excuse on why you're calling out. My car battery died. I had a flat tire. My baby got sick. I got to go pick the kids up from, my mom wasn't available to watch it. There are so many reasons and so many excuses, but they all add up. And people start taking notes. They're like, okay, so she's used that one already. So the trust, not just with your boss, you're going to have to build trust with your coworkers as well. And word spreads. It spreads like wildfire. I talked about that in one of my other videos. People talk. And not saying that they're watching you, but they are. And they're judging you. Are you prioritizing your work commitments? Or are you letting your outside life take precedence over your job during working hours? If you like to party every Sunday night and you're not there every Monday, how does that affect your brand? How does that affect your brand? It says a couple of things. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of my business. If you cannot take care of yourself, you cannot take care of my business. I expect for you, as your employer, I expect for you to be here. I'm counting on you. There are things that I had in the works last night that you didn't know about, but I needed you today. I needed you to be here today. I got to be honest, the job I'm currently in, for the first 3 years, I literally took 1 week vacation every year, just 1 week, every year. And it was pretty much to build my reputation, to say that I am accountable. You know good and well that I'm going to be here every single day and I'm going to be on time and I'm going to get the work done. That was my downfall, because what happened was I was focused on being accountable and being relied on versus my mental. And literally, that 3rd year, when I say I crashed hard. I was mean Winnie. If you looked at me wrong, I was looking at you back like, what you want? It wasn't that dramatic, but but yeah, I felt that way. I definitely felt that way. I wasn't smiling as much, I promise you. It's, I'm approachable, and you come to my desk, I say, hey, how can I help you? What do you need? I was looking at him like, mm-hmm, okay, I'll get it done. When do you need it? How soon do you need it? Yeah, attitudinal problem. I truly had an attitudinal problem because I was burnt out. I was tired. I hit a brick wall, and it was a hard, hard, hard crash. So I learned again my limitations, and I started thinking about, is this really healthy for me? Is this really what I want to have people form their opinion of, that she's always going to be here? Now, again, my coworkers, they're there sometimes they're not, and they have no problems with it. And I says, I need to take a page from their book because they did wellness checks. They took trips. They took vacation. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. And I can't explain to you what the difference is. So I'm sorry. Let me get back to where I was. So the other part to that is, if it happens too often, there can be disciplinary actions. You can get terminated, you can get suspended, you can get warnings saying, I expect for you to be here. And what does that do? It adds way more pressure than you already have. So wouldn't it be better for you to take those PTO days and focus on your wellness and your health versus, I'm so burnt out. I'm not trying to get fired for taking days off. I'd rather use my days and plan for them if possible, and have my boss and my peers happy with me. Like, they're going to be happy because they know that they've got to do this for 2 days or a week or however long you need. Yeah. So my question is, have you ever struggled with calling out too often? And if so, put in the comments, what was your healthy balance? How did you strike that healthy balance, that work-life balance? Just share it with all of the other excellent elites. I mean, I have ideas, but the more you guys bring to this channel, the more it's going to impact your peers, which are all of you excellent elites. I'd like to hear about it too. So I find that the key is to communicate with your boss. Let them know honestly how you're feeling. Let them know that you are burnt out. Because again, if I take a mental health day, I'm the first person to say, hey boss, I need a mental health day. I'm not coming in today. I may need one tomorrow. I'll let you know how it works, but I'm not going to commit to anything. But yeah, I'm going to need a day or two, depending on how I feel. But yeah, I'm going to need that. And the majority of the time, your honesty goes so far. And again, it builds that trust that you are honest and you are taking care of yourself. No boss wants you so burnt out that you're making mistake after mistake, and then they can't count on you. No, they cannot count on you when you can't function. It's just, you need time off. But you have to be honest with yourself. What is your motivation for taking time off? Are you really sick, or you need mental health day, or are you just being lazy? Do you really want that day off to go shopping? Or are you absolutely avoiding a difficult task that you just don't want to do? Yeah, there are many reasons people call in, but you really need to be honest with yourself. Is today going to affect my brand? How often have I called out? Is it being noticed now? Are people snubbing me when I walk in and I go, good morning, and they're burnt out because they've done your job, their job, and their boss's job. So not a good look. no, not a good look. Definitely not if you want to elevate in your career, because that stigma follows you everywhere, everywhere. It's illegal for them to say, from what I understand, it's illegal for an employer, a potential employer, to ask you or ask the company if they would hire you again, and the reason for leaving, etc. But they do have that little box that says, would you hire this employee again? And it's really up to them whether they want to check it or not. So you want that, you want to be a good employee. So all in all, it's okay to call out every once in a while. Not too often, but when you need it. Calling out too often can have serious implications, not just on you, but also on your team, on your boss, and on your brand. You get to be known as that person who's never here. Oh, are they here today? People. Them. Oh, she ain't here today either. Yeah, that's what they say behind your back. That's what they say. So we really want to strike a healthy balance between work, life, hold yourself accountable, and count your days. Count your days. Count the months, count your days. If you find yourself calling out too often, I say step back, take 2 days off, and then don't take any more days off for 6 months. Not unless it's an emergency, of course, but try going 6 months. If you're already in that position where you've taken all those days off, and people are looking at you side-eyed. So just step back and say, I think I need to fix this. And the best way to fix it, don't take any time off for 6 months. Whatever your starting point is after watching this video, if you're calling out too often, go to work for 6 months straight. Be there on time, be focused. 6 months is kind of difficult to get burnt out. I gave you my example for 3 years. So 6 months straight. Rebuild your brand, rebuild your reputation, help your team get comfortable with you again, help your boss get comfortable again, and build that trust back, and show them that you're really, really serious about doing your job, and you're committed to being the best person you can be for the team. I thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you so much. Again, please subscribe, please comment below, please like this video, share this video. I would really love to have my video go to so many people to the point where I'm able to possibly go live. Right now, I don't have anybody to go live with. So I have my excellent elites, but I'd like to go live. I can't yet. So thank you so much. I'll see you next time.